Hey guys, I think we're live. Welcome to What's the 411 with Jay. Sorry for the delay. As you can see, I was getting all dolled up for you folks. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Let me see if I can pull up chat here. Hey Jammers. Hey Shell. We are on a new platform called Melon tonight. Melon Head, because I'm a melon head. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday. I'm really excited to do this call-in show. Hello, hello. Hello, Okie. Okay, so I need to ask you guys. Am I loud? Am I too loud? Am I not loud enough? Am I everything? Like, how does it sound? Do I sound too loud or not loud enough? Is the background music too loud? Let me know. We'll get it all situated. I'm going to share this out on J is for Justice, which when I get done with this live tonight, I'm going to finish cleaning up that channel and then reapply for the monetization over there. So hopefully we can be back up doing true crime over there, and we can do like weird shit here and like other stuff here. That's what I'm hoping. But that all depends on YouTube at this point. Let me make a little post over there and let people know, because not everybody knows we're here. All right. We are good. All right. So how is everybody? You know what? It's too loud by a decibel. Eddie. Yeah, if I turn it any more decibels down, I don't think you'll hear it. Is it too loud now? Let me know. Thank you, Debbie. Debbie. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being here, Maiden Nut. Maiden Nut came for the call-in show. Yikes. Maiden Nut. Maiden Nut. I haven't seen you since the last call-in show. Look, we have chat up on the screen. This is pretty cool. I think my dogs took off on me, but let's see if we can add them. Whoa, not like that. We'll see if the doggies come back. So, every day we are streaming the Letitia Stout trial. If you guys want to join us, we've been having a lot of fun, haven't we, guys? Having lots of fun doing that. I think they have like 2 weeks left still, actually. Hey, Cammie. Hey, Rick James. Hey, Heather. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Daisy. Hey, Mags. And GB. I can't tell who's moderators on this chat, but thank you, moderators, for being here. And just let you know, right here, you guys want to call in? Let's do it. If you got one question you can ask Bryan Christopher Kohberger, what would it be? What would you ask them? So when you click that link to call in, hey Glowbug, and you click that link to call in and you're backstage, keep your camera on until I tell you I'm going to add you. You can turn it off for the live. You don't have to have it on for the audience, but I need to see your face. Ooh, she is one scorching, nasty mess. So listen what I did today while we're waiting for people to call in. So it's really super hot here. So I got one of those like tubing things where you have the little spritzers. I got it on Amazon. And I was like, I don't know, man. This is like maybe above my scope, but it was super easy. So I put it on my patio and I have like a row of um, they like miss down on you. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so nice when it's super duper hot. So I'm excited about that. So I actually was able to do it. Hello, Katie. Hey, CEO, take a link. You guys can put exclamation point link, and that'll give you the link. But listen, so you have one question you can ask him about this crime. One thing that baffles you. And my question, here's one. I've got several, of course. We all do. But like, if you could ask him one thing, not just, and it's not broad. Come on, you guys are deeper than that. You're deeper than why. We all want to know why. But you guys are deeper than that. I know that you've scoured over this PCA. You've scoured over every article. You've listened to every live stream, and there's got to be something that stumps you. There's got to be something that you're thinking, okay, I can't wait for the preliminary. So maybe I can find out the answer to X or Y or whatever. Hey, Lucy. Do you think you're smarter than everybody else? Well, we don't know yet, do we? There we go, Jane. There we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. What happened to you when you were a child? That's a great one. And it's really interesting. God, my hair. Ugh. It's really interesting because we haven't really heard from like his family at all. All we've heard is the sisters got fired, and this is from Banfield sources. Come on, somebody call in. I'm not going to read your comments anymore. You have to take a link. You know what? All you have to do is turn on your camera until I say I'm going to put you on. I just want to make sure you're not going to flash a peen. That's the only reason why. So my mind's been wandering, which is never a good thing when we have to wait on these cases. But I had a couple things that I wanted to say. So what I would ask him, here's one. Were you wearing your own shoes that night? Well, you better super chat that shit, CEO, because this is a call-in show. Eduardo. I'm just going to start calling you Eduardo. John. Hey, John. Where's your comment? Yeah, what Shell said. Hey, Feminem. See, Heather, I'm with you. I am with you on that one. What's the connection? The dots don't connect. What do you guys think? I was sitting here thinking about this today as I was like thinking about this show and what you guys might be thinking and saying, and I was like, this whole thing just still doesn't sit right with me. Like, in the fact of, I know we only have like maybe 2% of the information, but it's just weird. It doesn't make sense. Or does it just seem weird because the whole university thing and they try to keep it under wraps and all that? Why would you use your own car? buy that car? Mandy, why aren't you calling in? That is so bizarre for you. Just an Okie. Did you pick Maddie because she was small, petite, and looked most vulnerable? Okay, here's Mags. This one. You guys are all like, what? Mags says, I think BK is innocent until a jury believes the evidence against him. I'm cooking dinner. I mean, innocent until proven guilty. I don't think anybody should attack you for that. Who was the target? Me too, Mags. That's why I did this. Okay, here we go. Justice Jane. Bryan, what caused you to be obsessed with these people, or which one was the target? No, it's not the phone line. The link's in chat. I did it different today. Was BK the DoorDash dude? Or did you see the DoorDash dude? Why leave witnesses? Were there witnesses? I've questioned whether they were, but then you got to wonder. Okay, so I've questioned whether Bethany and Dylan were even there. And then it's like, okay, well, if they weren't, then we've got a lie on a PCA, and that's not gonna work. Bryan, did you tell your dad before the trip or after? And what's with the letter to Bryan from Montana? What's with Montana? What's the Montana connection? Was he going to be the Unabomber? Was he going to live off the grid in Montana in a cabin? If he's guilty, was this your first time? That's another good one. Did you go to school to be a better killer, or did you become a killer to research your school? Good question, Jenny. What came first? The urge to kill? Free Willie, I disagree. How can you say that Bryan left a serious factual-based trail? I think you meant trail, not trial. Right? He left a serious factual-based trial leading to him, or trail? I think you mean trail. But did he? What trail did he leave? Because if you know about a trail, you know something we don't know, because we have no idea how they found him, other than searching in a computer and driving through an apartment complex. So what trail did he exactly leave? Because I don't agree with that. And I just want you to explain that, because I don't understand. The link isn't working? For God-ass sakes. Let me generate a new one. You might need the instructions. If you tap the link via mobile or through any messenger service, you may not be able to join the invitation link successfully. You have to copy and paste the link into a browser. That's why it's not working. You can't just click it, I guess. push it, copy, go to your browser, paste it. It's not the link, it's the mobile. If you're on your phone, that's why it's not working. John, if there was any target from the mob or cartel ratted out, it would be Maddie and Xana. A target? You think that Maddie or Xana would be a target for a cartel? Why? I mean, I just clicked my own link. It works fine. You just have to copy and paste if you're on a phone. Phones don't work great for these things. CEO, that's disgusting. You think this was sexually motivated then? Windy, do you regret killing all four? Brian, did you leave the sheath on purpose? Says Kat. It's still not working? Who framed you? You think he's framed? It's not working on your MacBook? Mandy, use Chrome. You have to use Chrome. What's Chaka Chaka? What does that mean? I'm confused. Lucy, why did you drive all over Pullman from 2:45 to 5 a.m.? If we were from there, we would know more than we do now. Are you saying you're from there and you know more? Take a link, John. Is it working or no? If it was sex, he would have tapes, David? Is it working for you guys now? Jesus, don't tell me at the end of the day I'm gonna have to open up the phone thing anyways. Okay, David, what are you talking about? David. Torn a have. It's still not working. Hey, Bones. What's up, Bones? I'm trying to do a call-in show. And it's not going over well. I guess we're going to open up the frickin' phone. I used this stupid melon thing. Paid for it and all. Only for it not to fucking work. Gotta love it. I don't think you guys are going to be able to hear it, though. I don't know why the link wouldn't work, though. It just worked for myself. Here, try this one. No, I don't think Melon's affiliated with StreamYard at all. Mm-mm. Yeah, what word did he say? I don't. Oh, Shaka Khan. Oh my God, I'm so behind on Free Willy. Cell phone data puts him there. He bought the knife earlier. He stalked the girls. He this, he that. What more proof does everybody need? Where do we have proof that he stalked the girls? Where do you have proof of that? I've never seen proof of that. Hmm. I just put the link in there. Try that one. Eddie! Eddie, what's up? I can't hear you, Eddie. Are you muted? Are you gonna? I can't hear you. But you know what? Are you gonna keep your camera on? Because you can turn it off now if you want. Because I'll add you to the stream. Eddie!
Can you hear me?
Hey, Eddie.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, what's up?
Oh, good. So if I had to ask him a question, I think I would ask him, what were you doing at 4:15 a.m.?
4:15?
Yeah.
Why 4:15?
Well, that's pretty much...
You there, Eddie? You there, Eddie? Eddie. I think I lost Eddie. Damn it. So he wanted to ask, where were you at 4:15? So Eddie, you might want to try to drop off and come back.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, I'm back.
You're back. You're back. Okay.
Okay.
So why 4:15? That I didn't hear anything you said after that.
Well, or am I confused? Am I trying to say 3:15? Isn't that when the murder supposedly happened? 4:15?
Mm-hmm. Well, he was cruising out of there at what? 4:22?
Well, right. 4:15 would put us right in that target area. You know what? Like, if he's obligated to say an honest answer, he can't lie, right? Is that kind of the premise for asking him the question? He's obligated to tell the truth.
Yeah, like you can ask him anything and he'll to give you the honest answer. Yes.
Right. Yeah. So, maybe he answers he was driving his car to drop someone off, or maybe he answers he was sleeping. We don't know what he was doing, but if he's obligated to tell us the truth, I think that question would probably get us right to the answer that we need to solve this mystery.
It would answer a lot of questions.
Right. Because if he answers, I'm busy murdering poor people, dude. Well, then we all have the answer that we're looking for.
So do you think that it's possible he was set up then?
I always think that, because, if something doesn't make sense, then it isn't true.
But how can you expect it? Well, hold up. Yeah. How do you expect it to make sense when we don't have all the facts yet? When we have like 96% of the case under seal?
Well, it doesn't make sense based on what we have right now, all the material that we're working with.
Okay, so based on what we know.
Yeah.
None of it makes sense to me. Like I was just saying, I was thinking about it earlier today. I was sitting there and I was like, I think about it and it, how sometimes like when you first hear about something, it's so shocking and you maybe can't fathom it. But after a while, like it sinks in and you just kind of get used to the fact and you kind of accept, and you're not so shocked anymore. That hasn't happened. And I'm just waiting for that to happen. And it's not, because the pieces don't fit together in my mind. So my brain won't let that happen. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of stuck. And that's why I wanted to open up, the calls tonight to find out what you guys what exactly stumps you? Because I'm trying to figure out where this case loses me, so to speak.
Well, nothing about this case really makes sense to any of us. There's
Right.
a lot of inconsistencies and misinformation, and everything is vague.
Right. And that's another thing that's alarming to me is that it's not just, me and a few other stragglers that are like, wait, this doesn't sound right. This is people, that I trust their judgment and their opinions, and they're questioning it. So that alarms me when a lot of people are questioning something.
Yeah, the 8 hours that it took to call 911, that doesn't make any sense to anybody. So that's what we're working with, is just a lot of mystery surrounding this case.
Let me ask you a question, Eddie.
Yeah.
Do you think that Bryan Kohberger was wearing his own shoes? I mean, we're assuming he did it with this question. Do you think that he was wearing his own shoes, or do you think that it's possible that Bryan Kohberger wore a different pair of shoes that he wouldn't normally wear on purpose?
That's a good question. He would be foolish to wear his own shoes.
He would, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to be an idiot to wear your everyday shoes.
Yeah. But the way I approach the questions are assuming that that we don't know whether he did it or not.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why I would ask the question that I asked, because I think if he's obligated to say the truth, then his answer to that is going to put us right where we've always wanted to be all along.
Well, the latent print, I guess the reason why I go to the footprint in the shoes is that bothers me. It bothers. What's that?
It suggests cleanup.
Yeah, it suggests cleanup. Absolutely, because it wasn't visible to the naked eye from what the PCA says.
Right.
But then I don't know. I see all those kids wearing Vans, and I see them carrying out a bag of shoes that's clear in like one of those space bags, and there's Vans in there. So I question that. And I say to myself, they're carrying out a bag of shoes, and one of those pair is Vans because you can see the label on the back. Wouldn't every pair of Vans in that home be looked at if it was a similar print to a Vans type shoe?
Yes,
and
they would be.
So why wasn't it? Because it wasn't, Eddie. It was in the bag of the stuff they were, quote, returning to the victims' families.
You're right.
So tell me that. Why wouldn't you have, not even just the Vans? You'd take every fucking pair of shoes in that house. Sorry, excuse my language, Eddie. But you would take every pair of shoes, no?
Yes, you would.
You wouldn't leave those behind. You wouldn't give shoes back just in case. Right?
Well, right. What if he went into the house, took off his own shoes, slipped on a pair of those Vans that were then later returned to the parents or the family of the victims?
Right.
Right. I mean, that's a stretch.
Did Ethan have shoes on? Did he put fucking Ethan's shoes? I don't know. Do we know if Ethan had shoes on? We don't know.
Right.
Because, it's crazy. I was watching this FBI Files, like an old, have you ever watched that show? It's an old show. And it's called the FBI Files. And I think they run it on maybe A&E or something. But anyways, it's all over YouTube, and my damn TV auto plays to that because I watch that stuff so much. Like cold case detectives, whatever. So anyways, they were talking about this case where they arrested this guy, and he went in and he stabbed somebody in the middle of the night. So I was like paying attention. And this dude put on the victim's shoes and exited the scene. And I was like, holy. So the guy was like wearing, I think the guy he killed was wearing cowboy boots. And this guy didn't wear cowboy boots. And he slipped the cowboy boots on and walked out. And it threw detectives off. Yes. Mm-hmm. And Ethan was like 6'4" or some shit. I'm telling you, the dude didn't wear a size 8 shoe.
No.
So I'm wondering, did Ethan have shoes on when he was found?
I never did believe that they were all four sleeping anyway. So
Mm-mm.
he
Mm-mm.
could have had shoes on.
He could have.
Yeah.
Or his shoes could have been sitting by the door or, sitting in the room or I don't know, man. I just think Lizzie Bones says this is bananas. But I just was, I watched that show and I was like, wow. Because I
have
never
several
really
other
thought about that. But Bryan Kohberger would have thought about that because he was studying the behavior of criminals.
If he did it, Jay.
If he did
If
it.
he did.
I'm just saying, I mean, that's something he would probably know about.
I have to correct you. It's funny because we're kind of picked up where we left off last time. I'm kind of holding the floor. I got all these other questions that I could ask, but I'm not going to rob your other callers of them.
Well, nobody's called in. I mean, the link's open.
What?
If anybody pops on, nobody has popped on.
Oh.
So, I mean, if you don't have to go, you can continue on panel.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll stay here and tell somebody. Yeah. I was going to tease you because when you opened your show, you said, sorry for the delay. And I was thinking in my mind, is it the 7-minute delay that you're referring to or the 2-week delay since your last Idaho talk?
I know.
Teasing you.
I know. I was going to do this about the shoes because that was when I saw that bag being carried out. I think I have the picture. Because
And
I've been zoomed in. I was like,
I've been throughout the week kind of jumping in on and giving you a thumbs up just to let you know, but I don't have time to stay for the full show.
Oh, I understand. I was just giving you a hard time.
Yeah,
I did see you one day, I think when we were doing the trial,
Yes.
you popped in
Somebody
and made a comment. I don't always see chat though.
Yeah.
That's a long day of streaming.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Let
me see. I'm gonna pull that picture up. I'm gonna see if I can find it. But go ahead.
Just so you know, in the other times that I've been using my iPhone to do call-ins, my battery and my phone gets really hot. So if we drop, that's the reason why.
Yeah, mine does that too when I call in on StreamYards and stuff. I think it uses so much resources on your phone.
But I'll hang on and talk until that happens. But I kind of interrupted you there a second ago.
No, you're fine. I was just saying, like, I found it disturbing that they're carrying out this bag of shoes that has the same brand that they name in the PCA. You would think they would have taken those at the very least.
Yeah, I'm going to address a comment in the chat. Yeah, North Carolina rain. I am. And I wanted to talk about that too, about the Indiana stops.
Oh yeah.
There has been so much inconsistency throughout this entire Idaho 4, and as we know, that's kind of what went to cause me to call in the first time. Was I noticed a huge discrepancy in some of the articles that I was reading. Why even today you can look up those 2 Idaho stops, and some of the articles will talk about how he was stopped both times in Hancock County, and we know that's not true. Even other articles talk about he was stopped one time for speeding and one time for following too closely, and we know that's not true. And of course, the big one, some of the articles talk about 5 hours apart, and other articles are talking about 9 minutes apart. So when you look at the 2 body cams for the 2 different stops, you can see that they're clearly 5 hours apart. And that's what caused me to call in. And after your stream ended, and someone in the comments corrected me and challenged what I was saying. And I looked into what she said, and she's right. And I have to correct myself on that.
About what?
Generally, what she's saying is that it's possible that the 2 cameras can read 5 hours apart, but in reality, the 2 stops happen 9 minutes apart. And here's how it's the most easily explained is, so out of Greenfield, about 2.5 miles, he was stopped where we discussed at 10:41 a.m. And then 5.5 miles down the road, he was stopped in Henry County at mile marker like 113 at 3:50 p.m. And that would be Greenwich Mean Time. And Greenwich Mean Time is 5-hour time difference between the location of the second stop. Now, why that phone was on Greenwich Mean Time, I would have never even, that thought would have never crossed my mind, but that's solves the mystery, is that those two stops were, if you adjust for Greenwich Mean Time, they were 9 minutes apart.
Yeah, but what were you saying last time? You were saying they were hours apart.
5 hours, yeah, because of the times that you read on the body cam.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, and then, but one of my arguments, if you recall, is like, we know it's not 9 minutes apart because of the distance was 5.5 miles, and if you drive at freeway speed,
right?
Well, that would only take you about 5 minutes. Well, here's the solution to that mystery: is so the first stop was at 10:41, but that's when the stop was initiated. But it took time to get out of the vehicle, the squad car, walk up to the Elantra, discuss with the occupants of the Elantra for a few minutes, and then walk back to the car. That was roughly about 4 minutes or so that it took to do that. So the body cam of the officer was actually 10:45.
10:45.
When Bryan would have started driving away. So in Bryan's reality, the stops were closer to 5 or 5.5 minutes apart. Since
Eddie, did you just hear that?
No.
It didn't come through my mic. Holy, I think I just heard a gunshot or something.
Oh, no, I didn't hear it on my.
Whoa, I felt that on the floor.
So yeah, there's a lot of inconsistencies and mysteries throughout this entire case. And when that happened,
Thompson says, great observation about shoes. The lack of blood evidence really bothers me. Changing shoes would at least help explain lack of blood trail. But if his car is not covered in blood, then how is that?
I haven't been following people in chat too much while we're talking, but has anyone informed you about Bethany has been subpoenaed? Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God. Yeah.
What's that all about?
Yeah. I was on a couple different content creators. Can I mention them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Tyler was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And T-Rev.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both already discussing it.
But where did that come from?
Sleuthy Goosey is the source.
Okay, so where did she get it from?
Right, she's not the original source, but that's the source that I think Tyler was about the first one to put it out there.
Right, but what is it? Is it an official document or?
Yes, it is. Yes. Yep.
And where did it come from? Is it accessible?
Yes. I would assume.
What is she subpoenaed for? This case or something else?
And the other big question, and I don't know the answer to that. Oh, yeah, this case. Yeah, this case. So I guess I do know the answer to that. But another question I don't know the answer to is everybody's asking who subpoenaed, the defense or the prosecution? And we don't know that. It doesn't really break that down on that form.
No, I hadn't seen
There's like 130 people watching you right now. Has anyone heard this yet? Put a 1 in chat if you have.
Yeah, put a 1 if you've heard this.
On Reddit.
I see. Okay, I looked it up. I see it now. Material witness, criminal.
So.
Holy.
I guess that'll be the big talk for tomorrow when we wake up, right?
Did this just come out?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Eddie.
Thanks for that, BB Mommy. I just follow the case. I've just had a lot of time on my hands recently.
Whoa. Okay, let
case.
me show this.
I try to have all my facts straight, too. I never intentionally put out misinformation. And
but wait a minute. This was filed on 4/3? Hang on. I just looked at I look at his docket all the time just to see if there's anything new filed.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Shell.
And this was on 4/3. Let's see. There's nothing on 4/3 on here. There was nothing filed past 3/29. So I feel like I don't know where that came from. Doesn't make sense. Because
we'll have it sorted out within a day or two, I'm sure, between
it says
everybody.
Judge Barry Breslow. That's not the judge.
Oh, wow. That's a good eye.
And then it says Attorney Grossnick Evelyn. Jesus, I can't talk. Yeah, I'm saying, I don't know.
Another state? Because Bethany would be in another state, right?
Right. So maybe this was pulled from another state. It doesn't clarify where it's from. It's all cropped. So I just think it's interesting because there's nothing filed on Bryan's case past March 29th.
That's a very keen eye, Jay. I
mean, I'll show you guys what I see, but I can't say this is real because there's nothing filed on his case. So where did this person, unless they got it from another state where she's being subpoenaed from, would be the only other thing. But this is what's out there, guys. Let's see the case number, 00566. That's not even the same case number. His case number is CR 29-22-2805.
I wonder if any, and I
so what case is that from? Because that isn't his case number. Weird.
I watched enough of Tyler's show to know enough to be dangerous, and I don't want to talk bad about anybody, but I'm sorry.
No, you're not talking bad about anything. I mean,
you don't know
what I've heard about that dude is that he puts out fake shit.
Well, he's using Banfield as a source on that video, and I have a problem with that.
Well, I have a problem with the fact that he's sharing something that's not real, because if you look here, I just showed you that picture, and now look at his case. The last thing filed is 3/29. It's right here. State's response to defendant's second supplemental request. And if you go up to the top, well, actually on every page is the case number, and it doesn't match.
I wonder if this is bogus. Is that kind of what you're suspecting?
It looks bogus to me. I mean, I'm on the official site, unless this isn't from Latah County. And Lizzie Bones says your Twitter source isn't that credible either. Yeah, that Tyler, he's supposed to be doing God's work. Yeah. That's the ones you got to look out for. Just saying.
Yeah, he's the one who's citing Sleuthy Goosey. And
yeah, I don't cite her either, because she actually went on Twitter and said that I stole the timeline from her that someone emailed me. And I went through it in a video. So I don't know who that girl is, but all I'm going to say is right here, this is not even the same case number. And it says State of Idaho versus Bryan Kohberger.
Oh, what a mystery.
Not really. I mean, it's obviously fake. It's really not a mystery at all.
Well,
this is all for clicks and views. So,
well, I would defer to your level of knowledge about this stuff.
Well, I mean, it's not really knowledge. I mean, I'm just on the official site. I don't know any more than anybody else, but I'm looking at a case number and they're not matching.
Fake?
Yeah, it's fake.
Wow. Wouldn't that be something?
Not really. Not
well,
really.
At this point,
not considering your sources. I mean, your sources aren't really shocking. I mean, just to be honest. I mean, that's why I go to the official site. I don't rely on Twitter. I don't rely on people that say they're Christian and lie for clicks and views. So much for that climax.
Yeah, we solved that.
That was
one
a big
quickly.
nothing burger.
Well, that's what we're here for. To
Well, right.
sort
I
it
mean,
out.
but that's why people have to, look. It's not hard to look up. They've got it right there. Cases of interest. It's easy to find, actually. Yep.
Well, back on topic. Another question I would have for Bryan Kohberger is what explains the 12 times that the phone of his was pinging in Moscow in as many weeks?
Well, I mean, he lived in Pullman. It would be normal for him to be in Moscow.
Yeah, I would agree. How many people in Pullman would have been in Moscow 12 times in that same amount of time? Quite a few, I would guess.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't think that's out of the ordinary at all.
Right. Translation is, 12 phone pings doesn't equate stalking.
No, it doesn't.
No, right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like somebody in chat was like, well, we know he was stalking the girls. We know he was doing this. We know he was doing that. So why is there any questions?
Right. It's kind of like that previous call that I had a couple weeks back is I was kind of pressing the point of suggestion, the power of suggestion. So in the PCA, it's really doing a good job of suggesting to us. It's not really laying out facts. It's just suggesting it. Like, his phone pinged 12 times. The guy is a stalker. He's a creep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not fair.
No, I mean, now if they had in the PCA, like, he was on their Instagram, X amount of X amount of times in, a 24-hour period.
Right.
Then
Mandy Joe's a stalker.
Mandy Joe
In the chat, yeah.
Yeah, she's a stalker for real.
Yeah. Yeah, if you've been somewhere 12 times, you gotta.
But even, I was even watching, I can't remember. It was someone in law enforcement was being interviewed and asked about, sexual harassment. Maybe it was the lawyer,
Yeah.
Maybe I was watching him. Do you ever watch him?
Yeah. Matter of fact, a second ago, I was going to suggest we'll have to wait till we get lawyer his opinion on this subpoena for Bethany. But anyway.
Yeah, if it's fake, he's not going to cover it. He doesn't.
No, he wouldn't. No.
But anyways, the lawyer was saying, I can't remember what we were talking about. What was
stalking? 12 phone pings.
Oh yeah, he was talking about like I think it was him. Anyways, don't quote me, but he was talking about how how hard it is to prove. Like, just because you're following someone on social media, that doesn't mean you're stalking them.
Right.
And like, if you go and like their photos, that's not stalking. Like, it might be uncomfortable. The person may not like it, but it's not stalking. So what would he be doing that would be considered stalking? And what would he have to do for it to be considered stalking?
And in this day and age, how many people that don't even know each other in real life are liking each other's
right? So we're all stalking
media.
Each other.
Right. There's all kinds of social media connections between people that have no real life connection.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So the legal definition of stalking in Idaho is that they engage in a course of conduct that seriously alarms, annoys, or harasses the victim and is such as would cause a reasonable person substantial emotional distress. So I don't know. I mean, that could be pretty wide open for interpretation.
Well, in a capital case, you got to be sure that you got the right guy and that you're not misportraying the reality of the case. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what throws so much doubt. I'm not, as everybody probably knows here, I'm not like for Bryan Kohberger. I mean, if he's the guy, he's the guy. That'd be terrible to kill 4 people, and anyone that does.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and discuss it like he's not the guy. I mean, let's be real. He wouldn't be arrested if they didn't have something. Okay. Something. It doesn't mean he did it, but it obviously needs to go to a preliminary hearing to decide if there is enough evidence to go forward. So for right now, we have an arrest and they're not actively looking for anyone else. So for all intents and purposes, I think we need to discuss it as hypothetically he is the killer because that's what's presented to us. So when we talk about the crime being committed, we're obviously talking about Bryan Kohberger committing it because that's what we've been told and that's what we know. And that's it. We don't know anything else. We don't know of any co-conspirators or anybody who's getting immunity. We don't know anything at that like that at this point. You know, all we know is that Bryan is arrested and charged with the murders of these 4 people.
Right.
So when I say, you know, Bryan, yes, of course, he's innocent until proven guilty, but that takes time because now he's been arrested and now we got to wait for the judicial process. But in the meantime, of course, we're going to insinuate that he did it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and insinuate the cartel did it. Why would I do that? It's ridiculous.
Well, as opposed to insinuating someone else, it's more or less for me, I guess, trying to be entirely sure that we have the right guy and that he has due process. And there has been.
Well, I don't know why that would be a concern for anybody right now. The whole case is sealed. I mean, it can't get any more due process than that. Nobody knows anything. As a matter of fact, I feel like the media's rights at this point are being violated in a way. And I hope that they get somewhere with their case. Because their latest filing, and if you want to follow the facts, they filed this month. They got new attorneys in the case against the county of Latah. The media that all band together, they have new attorneys and they're demanding a hearing because how it's supposed to go before they seal it, there's supposed to be a hearing to discuss why it needs to be sealed and to decide that. The judge immediately just sealed it. So that's their argument. So that's going to be interesting to watch how that progresses because what they're doing is ludicrous. O.J. Simpson didn't even have this level of secrecy in his case. And he's a freaking celebrity. This dude's a nobody. So what exactly are they protecting?
Well, this is a very circumstantial case. You know, the circumstantial evidence is pretty weak at that, too, as far as what we've seen so far. Couple that with how suspicious everything is surrounding law enforcement. You know, we kind of broke down.
Doesn't it make sense that it would seem suspicious because we don't know what's in the seal? I think that's why it seems suspicious. I think if we saw everything that was under seal, it would tell a story. That's what it's supposed to do.
Right. What if they do have the wrong guy? Like Cat 1111. What if they do have the wrong guy? And that's what
What if they don't?
Well, if they don't, then they got their guy.
What if they don't?
Okay. Well, then so be it.
I mean, what are the odds that they have the wrong guy?
Well,
what are the odds of that really in reality?
You follow true crime.
It doesn't happen very often anymore. We hear about guys that have been in prison for 30 years because there wasn't DNA technology back then. That's why they weren't exonerated. Now they're being exonerated because of the technology. But when do you hear of someone getting wrongfully convicted now? I mean, I'm sure it happens, but how often does it really happen? And in a high profile case where the world is watching, it lacks common sense, really, because they would have to have a lot of fucking people lying. And I just don't see that happening unless they're in the White House. They don't
Right.
have that kind of pull. Moscow,
Just help a brother
like
out here.
Moscow PD is like small beans, you know? They're like holding up the fort for this university. I don't see it being that deep.
Yeah, Shell, Papa Rogers. I kind of think I know what Shell might be wondering about that. Where did that come from? I think it's I don't even want to say it.
Laughing Stock says since 1973, at least 190 people who have been wrongly convicted and sentenced to death have been exonerated. Right, since 1973, because we had new technology. So we were able to exonerate these people, which is absolutely horrible. I want them to have the right guy. But I also want to see all the evidence. Like, I'm not going to sit here and like put fake documents out just to have people interested in my channel while we wait for a prelim. It's fucking stupid. Do you know what I'm saying, though? Like, it's just so obvious that it's more probable that he did it than he didn't.
I don't know.
And all the questioning of the case is because of this fake shit like this.
Timeline.
That's why.
There's just not enough
they
time,
have a document that doesn't even exist. Who's Barry Breslow? The judge is Megan Marshall. Who's Evelyn Grosenick? The attorney's Ann Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't know anything about that.
Pending active. The status, pending active. So it's not active, but it's been filed in the state of Idaho. Okay. Gotcha. But see, this is why people doubt the original story, because of shit like that.
Yeah, I just don't think he has time.
Mandy joined.
Oh, good. I'll let you go. I think my battery's going to get through.
Oh, now you're going to leave?
Well, if it gets staticky and you hear
Do you want to turn off your camera, Mandy? I removed you. No, you don't have to go, Eddie. I want you to talk to Mandy. She's your stalker. Are you turning off your camera or no? You got to nod your head. I can't hear you. Oh my God. Here. You good now? I removed it for you.
Oh, thanks.
Sorry, I didn't know if you were gonna. I'm like, okay, she didn't turn it off yet.
Oh no!
And then you were scrambling. I'm like, shit. So I removed you.
Oh, because my phone was over on one side behind my computer. I'm on my patio right now. I was painting.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you on there. If you
No.
I
I wanted to. I was.
So what are you thinking, girl?
Well, now that we started talking about the subpoena or whatever, like I went to look at it. It's definitely from Reddit, and if it's an actual document, you notice how it's cropped so much.
Yeah.
And where's the county?
Right, it's all cropped off.
Okay, it's clicking. I'll have to leave chat, guys.
Okay, thanks, Eddie, for calling in. He said it's his phone. It gets hot. But yeah, it's all cropped off. The case number doesn't match. The judge and the attorneys are wrong. Mandy left too. Everybody left me up here by myself with the fake news. Jenny W. The Honorable Barry Breslow was appointed to the 2nd Judicial District Court by Nevada Governor Bryan Sandoval in April 2017. Jammers? Goosey? Oh, man. That is bad, guys. That is bad news. Well, at least we deciphered the fake news. What a fucking joke. Oops. Shit. All right, check this out. There's the fake from Reddit or whoever, Goosey, Lucy Goosey. You know what's really fucked up is that Jennifer Coffendoffer shares this Goosey's shit. What does that say? God. But see, you see State of Idaho versus Bryan Kohberger, and you see the case number. And then you scroll down, and the state's response is the last filing. And then in the Associated Press versus the Second Judicial District, this is the media wanting the case unsealed. Oh, I think Mandy joined. Hold up. Hey, you okay?
I'm Pat. Okay, sorry.
Are you okay now?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Whoops.
Oh, oops. Sorry.
Whoops. Okay, we good? Okay.
Who's been hearing that voice in your head all week? Me. Oops.
Whoops.
So yeah, it's clearly fake. Clearly fake.
And sorry for her, but everyone is like, that's the hot topic tonight. Everyone's taking it. I don't know.
Oh, you're kidding.
No offense to her or who she is, or, I don't know anything about her, but
yeah, I don't either.
People are taking it and running with it.
Wow.
Like,
that's a shame because it's clearly fake. I mean, the edges are clipped off. You can't even see who filed, like, the court, county, like you said, where they stamp it as being filed.
No signature, no court clerk.
Nothing.
No, absolutely.
Wrong case number.
And there's even a spot on there that says, like affiliated cases, I think. It says something.
Let's see. Proof of electronic service. They obviously took someone's.
It says no cross. It says cross reference number. And then
no cross references available.
Yeah.
But none of this information matches, so I don't know why people would run with it.
An interested party, that's what she's listed as. What is that?
That's almost like, yeah. That doesn't even make sense. Plaintiff, the state of Idaho, comma, and then nothing after it. Fake. It's just as fake. I'm going to do, for shits and giggles, I'm going to do not a Google search, but I'm going to search that case number. Let's see what case that comes up as. If any.
Filing 4/3/23. If they, in my opinion, if they were getting witnesses, they would already have that stuff. The subpoenas would have been sent out. I mean, court is in a month.
Well, if they had their hands on it, it would be on this site. Hold on. I think I found. Hold up.
But you would think that you would have your witnesses already subpoenaed at this point or in contact.
Well, plus it would be sealed anyways. It wouldn't be.
But it would still be on the judicial website, just as sealed, right? I mean, that's.
Yes, absolutely it would be. Just like everything else is.
I was going. Did you find it?
I think I did, actually. I think I'm about to show you where. It's Nevada. This case number is in Washoe County, Nevada. Hold on a second. Oh, wait a second. Oh, it's real. It's real. Holy fuck. Hold on a second.
Well, then I wish.
Why did they crop it though?
I wish she would have posted whatever you find. Obviously, that looks to you as though it is real. Why didn't she?
Well, I found it on a.
Did?
Well, I'll show you where I found it. Okay, here. This is what I'm looking at. This is on Trellis. This is Washoe County Superior Court, Nevada. And it says, case number, subscribe to view, Barry Breslow, material witness criminal, filed on April 3rd, last refreshed April 7th, Washoe County, Nevada. Is Bethany from Nevada?
Yes.
Oh, you got to sign in. Request for foreign subpoena, out of state commission. This is on here. Criminal case in Washoe County, Nevada. What the fuck?
Does she have a separate case?
I don't know.
Filed on her behalf, but what could that possibly be?
Dude, I don't know. Hang on, I'm going to go in my Pacer and see if I can put that case number in here.
And has anybody heard anything on like
Oh my
mainstream
gosh.
media about this today? Or
I haven't heard anything. Did anybody in chat?
I don't know. Did any of you guys hear anything like Banfield or anybody talking about this, or is it just YouTube land or Reddit or Twitter?
I have to have a case title. I guess, would that be State of Idaho versus Bryan C. Kohberger?
Yeah. Or
what does D8 mean after the title?
D8.
Invalid case number was entered.
You put in there's
maybe I don't put the CV, maybe just the numbers. No, nothing. Okay, that is bizarre.
So it was electronically, it says proof of electronic service on 4/11/23.
No, there's nothing on Pacer though. Why? Why wouldn't it be on Pacer? Why would it be on this Trellis? Does anybody know what this Trellis site is?
Is it a portal?
I don't know. No, it's about, let's see. We make the law accessible so everyone can make the right decisions. Whatever. Okay, that's their about. It's like, what? State coverage. So I guess they post state court stuff.
So is it like a third party?
Is it legit? Yeah, I don't. But why Nevada? I mean, can anyone put one in here? That's what I don't understand. Like, I don't know what kind of site this is.
Washoe County Public Defender resigns, cites family medical issues on March 29th, 2023.
What?
So
really? That's odd.
Okay, so Evelyn Grosseneck, who is the attorney that's on here, is listed as the interim public defender. So why would Bethany have a public defender for an attorney?
I don't know. But when I put his name in a search here, it doesn't come up. Maybe I need to put, I don't know. This is odd. But you're saying she lives in Nevada.
Well, I know that that's where she's from, so I don't know if
Or
that's
she's from
what her
there.
crime residency, what because most students still will not.
I didn't know if she was from Idaho or not.
No, so she's from Nevada.
Interesting. But when I do a search for her name on this trellis, it doesn't come up. It only came up when I did a Google of that case number.
But I mean, aren't public defenders typically given to the defendant?
Well, it looks like she's being according to that document, it says she's being material witness criminal. I mean, wouldn't that mean she's being charged with something?
Huh.
Okay, so in American criminal law, a material witness is a person with information alleged to be material concerning a criminal proceeding. A material witness is a person whose testimony is material to a criminal proceeding and where it appears from an... Wait. Cut off. So it doesn't sound like she's in trouble. Or did she... See, this is why we do need the lawyer, because we don't know the law, but... Okay, this is what it says here. A material witness is an individual who has unique information about a crime beneficial to defense or prosecution. The United States has a history of authorizing and sanctioning the custodial detention of such witnesses to ensure their appearance and testimony at relevant court proceedings. Indeed, not only is there a federal material witness statute, but most states have a material witness law. The manner in which material witnesses are treated presents a dilemma between the constitutional rights of the individual and the needs of the criminal justice system. Typically, after a person is a witness to a criminal activity and is deemed to have material information pertaining to the crime, the government is allowed to detain them if the requirements of the applicable material witness law are met. Material witnesses may be required to post a bond or undergo a form of recognizance to ensure their presence at the criminal proceeding. If the witness refuses or is unable to guarantee his return, this statute allows the witness to be incarcerated for an indefinite period of time. The detention of material witnesses should be a seldom used procedure. Recent events, however, particularly the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks, have brought material witness laws to the forefront as the government seeks to use laws as investigatory tools to detain individuals while determining whether a crime has been committed by the detainee. Let's see. So in other words, it sounds like maybe they secured this, so I don't know. Would they assign her an attorney because she's being forced to testify? We need some law clarification here.
We do, and I'm surprised that we don't have a in-house attorney that's in.
I know.
Is this going to be just a battle of public defenders? Is this the public defender Olympics?
I know, is she not wanting to testify?
I mean, she's completely disappeared from everything. Dylan has as well, rightfully so, both of them. I guess Dylan's just under the speculation because she was the one in the PCA. There was absolutely nothing about Bethany. We don't even know if she was there or not. So maybe she is fighting having to testify. I just thought that you would have to obtain your own attorney.
If this, I mean, obviously this must be real because I found it on that site, but if she's a witness, that a material witness means that she either knows something or she saw something. Yikes. You know, it could be a multitude of things too. It could be, was she like kind of an accomplice, and she's now a material witness and she's protected. Remember the verbiage in those filings about informant. I know everybody attributed it to PACA, but
yeah, Cammie said, I believe the PD filed a motion to quash.
So what would that mean?
Meaning, what do you mean, Cammie?
I feel like this document would like secure her presence, like naming her a material witness.
Someone said, or Angel said, so they'll need to get a court order to return to Idaho to testify.
So this must be like the first stage of their filing or something. It's just so bizarre.
The timeline is crazy though, because wouldn't you think they would have been on this girl to get this like moving?
Like securing her? Yeah. You think she would have been secured months ago. But the question is, see, it said she could be a material witness for the defense or the prosecution. So we wouldn't necessarily know that from this, who she'd be a witness for. We just know she's a material witness in that case. Right?
She could very well have information that the defense could use. Okay, there's my question for the night. What does Bethany have on you, Bryan?
Right.
If it was to go that way. So.
Yeah, good question.
I'm just thrown off by. Well, maybe she retained this attorney before she was made the interim public.
Oh, here's all the things. Can you see the screen? Oh shit, I wasn't sharing. I forgot to click show on stream. I'm so stupid.
Yeah, we're still looking at the.
For God's sakes. Okay. Here are all of the events. So we have April 3rd, request for foreign subpoena out of state commission. April 11th, document issued by the court. April 11th, proof of electronic service. April 21st, motion to quash. Motion to quash foreign subpoena.
I don't have it. Oh, hold on. Sorry, go ahead.
And then April 21st, that same day, which is just yesterday, proof of electronic service. And then April 21st, notice of appearance. Kelly Ann Valoria. So I wonder if this is Bethany's lawyer.
Okay, so true. That could be because, with Ann Taylor listed as public defender, her name is on everything out of that office because she is the lead deputy public defender. So it could just mean that she's from.
Well, this chick
office.
But this chick wasn't listed. This is a different chick.
Oh.
If you look at her and then look at this says Evelyn Grosnick. But if you look at this is Kelly Ann Valoria. And that was the latest filing was on April 21st, yesterday. Kelly Ann, notice of appearance. So I don't know who she's appearing. She must be appearing on behalf of Bethany. I don't think she'd be appearing a private attorney on behalf of Bryan. Reno family lawyer with more than 26 years experience.
Jammer said motion to quash is request to a court or other tribunal to render a previous decision or proceeding null or invalid. The exact usage of motions to quash depend on the rules of the particular court.
So what she's saying is that the Moscow PD doesn't want this done? Is that what I'm understanding?
If they are the tribunal, I mean, right?
Well, if they're the ones, yeah, that would mean they don't want her info in court. Why? Yikes. Mandy, I'll be right back. I think my dog's puking.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So why would Moscow not want one of the remaining roommates to appear in court? Unless defense could be calling her and she doesn't want to be compelled to testify on behalf of the defense. But why would Moscow not want her in court? The defense is calling her and Moscow is trying to quash it. Okay. So.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. You know what happened? She was chewing on her stuffed animal and she swallowed the arm of the monkey. Oh my God. I went out there. I'm like, what the fuck is that? She just coughed it up. It was the arm of the monkey, her stuffed monkey.
Oh my gosh. Mine usually shred it just to get to the squeaker.
Oh, she does that too. Yeah. Jeez, that scared me.
I'm glad she's okay.
But anyways, yeah, I guess
so look at chat.
We have to retract our comments about the sources of this. I have to apologize. I have to eat crow.
Yeah, same.
It's real.
It's real. Apologies. But like I said, no, that's not a real apology. You're not supposed to say sorry, but okay. Apologies. I further noticed that I wish they would have posted more of the document so it didn't look fake. There you go.
Yeah, the cropping is what did it for me.
Well, and the fact that it was Reddit.
Well, yeah. I mean, I get a lot of stuff from Reddit though, but I always try to cross check it. But this threw me off with the out of state thing.
Okay, so look at what chat is saying, because.
Yeah, can you read it to me? Because I'm gonna sign up for this trellis so I can see all of it. I'm nosy.
So Cammie said defense could be calling her and she doesn't want to be compelled to testify. Or Fem says she won't corroborate the story. Then NC Rain says sounds like Bethany knows something that could hurt the case. Heather says it looks like defense is calling her.
That's what I think too.
Sounds like the defense is calling her and Moscow wants her
to not have to testify. Right?
Or Moscow, yeah, they don't want her information. Shell said Bethany must have a lot of info. Cammie said they may not believe she's relevant.
Or they may think she's more relevant and it doesn't go along with their narrative. Her information may not go with their narrative. That's going to be a problem.
I think there's going to be a lot of problems with information not fitting where information or no information. I mean, I'm still stuck on Payne and Blaker being the ones that wrote the PCA when they didn't get there until for something, and Gunderson
Mm,
being the one that was first on scene.
I agree. Oh, fuck. $40 a month? It ain't worth $40.
To get the information you just found,
Yeah. Reno, what county is that?
was it Washoe?
Oh, Washoe. Yeah, Washoe County. All right, let me see if I can pull it up on their court for free. This is crazy. I remember Washoe County came up in the Kylie Rodney case.
That's funny because it must be pretty close to California.
It's right on the edge.
I saw Truckee something. Isn't Truckee?
Yeah, it's right on the other side of the border there.
Gotcha.
Super close. 6, 4.
Tim says, I wonder if
Actually, they were in Reno. Like Kylie Rodney was in Reno with her boyfriend like the day before she died.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were like at a party there or something.
Tim says, I wonder if it has something to do with the 911 call.
Maybe.
Her not calling the police for so long could be twisted to doubt in the jury's eyes.
Wait a minute.
Kelly said, I'm assuming there must be specific legal reasons to file a motion to quash and not just that she doesn't want to testify. Anyone here have a legal background? We all do. All of us. We all
I can't wait for lawyer to talk about this.
I know. I like how he breaks everything down.
He's very easy to understand, isn't he?
Yes.
He knows how to break it down in layman's terms. He'll talk about it. It's weird, though. I'm searching it on Pacer, and it's just not coming up with anything.
I went to the county clerk's page for Washoe County, and it only gives me marriage applications, DBA search, notary search, minister search, and oaths search.
Minister search, that's important. Reno Justice. Oh, here we go. Washoe County Public Defender. Okay, here we go. I think I found the right site. They have like 3 different sites for their court. Reno Justice Court. Case search. It's not coming up on Washoe County. Now I'm really confused. Name. I want to see these documents. Nothing came up under Bethany Funke. What's that attorney's last? What's her name? Kelly.
Kelly. Let's see.
Where the hell is her thing? Damn it.
Kelly and Viloria. Viloria.
Is it Kelli?
Yes.
Oh my God. This is not working for me. Search all cases. I hate these captchas. I can never read these freaking things.
Oh, I know.
It's not doing anything. Are you searching too?
No.
Why is it telling me my letters are incorrect? Can you see that?
I can't see anything.
It keeps saying incorrect. Oh, you can't see. Damn it. Here we go. See, I'm on
Okay.
Wayshaw County or whatever. And then I go search all cases. And then I go M. And it changes it to lowercase T52. Oh. Nothing.
Is it making you put a date in? Are you putting it just like a...
I just put her name.
And nothing under the attorney at all?
No. And this is where I am, Washoe County. I'll try the case number again. I'm not paying $40 on that other site. I wonder if you would leave the CV or just do the numbers. Cross-reference number? Ooh, let's try that. Ooh. Is this it? No. See, why am I getting other cases? I don't know. This is weird. Yeah, it takes me to the same site. Nothing comes up under her name on that. Which is odd. So she must have some info, eh?
Yeah, the question is, who wants her to testify and who doesn't want her to testify?
Yeah, I think it's she's for the defense and she doesn't want to testify. I mean, this is the only thing. See, it comes up under that Washoe County right here. That is bizarre, though. So if she's testifying, God knows what she knows or saw. Was she screwing Bryan? I don't know. I mean, but you know, it's like I said, something doesn't add up. You know, something doesn't sit right. Something doesn't make sense. Listen to those kids playing, having fun outside. I love it. I really do. I love
so
hearing
nice.
kids outside.
It's so nice today. It wasn't too hot and it rained yesterday.
So I guess we know who our witness is.
Well, and then with Sleuthy's post, she had said, seeing this now makes her wonder what other kids are being subpoenaed as witnesses. And that's really interesting because there was a shit ton of kids there just that morning.
Right. Well, and we also heard, remember, that there was a party the night before?
Yeah. Your weather is my weather, Jamie Jammers. She said weather with Mandy.
Oh. Maybe it's a drug connection, says Rain.
Emma Bailey still in jail? Does anyone know? That's the girl that was linked as a...
Yeah, because I signed up for notifications on Pacer for when she's moved, and I haven't gotten shit.
You can get notifications for when they move?
Absolutely. I sign up for all these sick fucks. Like Lori Vallow, get this. So I'm signed up for Lori Vallow. They fucked up. She was like going to the mental hospital. They fucked up and put her in Pacer as like released. So everyone got notification that she was released from jail. We were like, what? And it was a mistake.
Oh, I saw that wherever they are storing Alec Murdaugh was leaked or something like that.
Did you know that the PhD student that left school after someone tried to seemingly kidnap her, and of course, Kopaka? What? Well, I do know that there's, I think, I'm not saying I know, but if you look at who's in jail, let's look at the roster.
Oh, I love this part.
I know, we haven't looked at the Latah County roster in a while, and there's some newbies. I've been looking.
There are some new ones? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I wonder,
one of the Campbells got released, too, so FYI on that one.
I wonder if Dewey's still in there.
Dewey's still in there, but his brother's out. His brother got out. So this dude is Brixley. He was a DUI. Dewey's still sitting there. He's hanging tough. David, can you see it or no? Please say you can.
My screen is behind. Hang on. That's one of those cases of where you have to pick which kid you like more. You know, Dewey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dewey or his brother. So this dude, Brandon Wayne Davis, he's got no charges and he's been there since yesterday. He's new. I haven't seen him. This guy here, drug court, Nathan Kenneth Dimmick. He was 419. Look at this, Yahoo. Drug court. Christopher Garrett Dressel. 10-9 of 22. Look at him. He looks like he's half dead.
It's so funny how they sit in their little porta potty.
Oh, I know, they're like in a little cubby.
Is he sleep? He looks like Judge Werner on yesterday.
He does, with his head back.
Yeah.
And then we got Nicholas Gene Harris. No charges. He was arrested on 311. And he doesn't look like your typical person, but this is interesting here. Ashley Danielle Haskell. Now, I looked her up. Miss Ashley. Moscow, Idaho. And she works at this book and ladder. She's a cleaner. But what else did I find about her? I can't remember now. It looks like she bad got into drugs. But she was involved in that's right. She was involved in a fatality. I think she was on a motorcycle and the guy died. But anyways, that's her. And she works right there in downtown Moscow. This girl's new as of today. Meet Samantha Jo Heilman, drug court. But see, Ashley's bond is $10,000. Hers is only $500. Ricky High Eagle still sitting there. So is Jessica Hobbs. No charges on theirs, just blank. All right, page 2. David Anthony Tyner, drug court. Alan Michael Thacker, no charge. This Ren David Stockton, he's still sitting there, no charge. This guy, Brian Laverne Shepard, drugs, no bond. Jesse Lynn Shell, no charges. Shelly Lynn Shaw, no charges there. William Wesley Lynn, same dealio. These two were brought in March. There's Brian. Then we have Joshua Harrison Jabeth. Zachary Vernon Illy. No charges listed for these guys. I have no idea why. But apparently that's what they do. Good night, Lizzie. Don't be bananas. Did Mandy drop off? So I got some I thought it was pretty bizarre. So there was a incident on King Road with alcohol, and there was a 19-year-old kid. I got the body cam for it, and he was given a warning, but just weird to see them carrying on partying like nothing. And it was someone who the kid lived at Ethan's frat house. I can't picture my kids like going back to doing the same old thing after that. So anyways, this is that girl that's in jail. What a difference in looks, huh? Yeah, that's that same girl. This girl here is her. All right, I'm going to come back to chat and read what your guys' questions are, but this is from April 20th of 2021, and now she's sitting in jail with no bond. Anywho, I was talking about the case against with the media, and they're really fighting back. on this gag order. This is the latest filing, which was on the 29th of March. And they want this unsealed so they can report on it. They're saying that their First Amendment rights are being taken away. So there's 2 cases on here on the cases of interest for Kohberger. And what's weird is you see this one's all like, it's like, I don't know, scanned in. See the difference between this case and this case, like the documents? This one's like all scanned in. Because if you go to, this is what I don't like about this. And that's why I think there's something up, because all of these are, you know, obviously listed on the cases of interest, which is fine. But it's the cases of interest is supposed to be an easier place to find it. That's the only reason they do cases of interest. Colorado did the same thing. But if you go here and you look, okay, and this is the same portal. We're going to put Kohberger, Bryan. Oh my God, why do you have to put a date? It's so stupid. Nothing. Like, he doesn't come up at all. So that's what I don't like. We all thought it was fake. Okay, now I'm going to come back through chat and read your comments. All right, well, that's fine. I'm going to read the chat and then we're going to wrap this up. It's been 2 hours. I want to know your questions. I would think if Bethany was there, of course, she would have to testify, right? Yeah, I mean, BB, I guess when you put it that way, it's kind of obvious that she would, right? Maybe the 2 girls knew, just my speculation. She would definitely be considered a material witness, and I can't imagine she would be considered hostile by the prosecution, perhaps by the defense. That's weird. It's spinning. I don't know why it's doing that. What connections do you have with any law enforcement? Yeah. No, I don't think they want everything released, but I think they're saying that it's ridiculous that it's all being sealed like it is. Yeah, the case numbers don't add up. You're right. You're right. But would it be a different case number in a different state? Because it just says case description. Dude, I don't know. I'm going to have to do more research on this whole thing. I should have never pulled it up until I was able to look at it, because that's I lost my whole focus of what I was here for. But that's pretty huge. But I mean, I guess it's like BB Mommy said, isn't it kind of like obvious that she would testify if she was in the house? So maybe it's not that big of a deal. Anyways, mine too, jammers. It did. It sent us in a rabbit hole. I'll look into it more and see what I can find out. Tomorrow I'm going to do a stream and we're going to go over Daybell. We're going to play clips. We're going to talk about it. And we're going to discuss. But I am tired and it's been 2 hours. So I'm going to close this out. Thanks for joining, guys. We'll do this again. I know when people call in and stuff, it's going to get derailed. And I just, one maiden nut, I thank you for bringing the information. Yeah, there's been nothing coming out. You're welcome. Thanks, Mags. Good night, Daisy Dad. Obsessed. You can file a motion to quash simply based on ineffective service of the subpoena. We just don't know. We got to wait for more. Let's keep our eye out, though, to see if the lawyer you know will go over this and we can get some explanation. But have a great night, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Hang on, let me get my videos up here. Get my shit together one of these days, guys. I'll swear it. Oh, that was fast. Well, hello. Well, hello again. Oh my gosh. Let's try that again.